Hello, everyone, and welcome to Going On Daily. We are season 3, episode 133. No breaks.
No,
Good
it's
morning,
incredible. Incredible how
Luana.
much
How are you?
so far. Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah. How you
yeah,
doing, Kyle?
great. I'm doing good. I'm doing
Good,
good. Yeah,
good,
yeah.
good.
It's a beautiful day, and we get to listen to the birds in the background. I'm super
Yes.
excited about that.
My happy birds in the background. Yes, indeed.
Yeah, really, really excellent.
Yeah.
Oh, exciting show today, and
Yeah.
and I'm excited to because I haven't even seen what your topics are. So,
Yeah,
uh,
no, it's going to be a bit of a surprise. One of them particularly. I
yeah,
saw what your other topic was about the breaks, and so I'm
oh
going to be
yeah,
adding topic too. Yeah.
yeah.
Sort of me.
Okay, I
Yeah.
love it. I
Yeah.
love it. Yeah. So,
Oh, here's one.
we want to thank you. Thank our sponsor, WDJY, and we're airing their live. So thank you so much. Really excited. We're on Wednesday 9 to 10 p.m. Thursday as well, Friday and Sunday 1 and 3 p.m. So super excited about that. And thank you to Maze Fitness and Soul Spectives Institute for sponsoring us. Um, really excited and helps keep the show running. So much appreciation. Good morning, Danny and Blue Fire is who's Blue Fire? I'm trying to
Morning,
remember.
Danny.
What's that?
I just said morning, Danny.
Oh, morning. Yeah, yeah. All gas, no brakes. Yeah. So Hugo. So anyway, jumping right in. I'm excited about this. I have no idea exactly what we're talking about here, but we're gonna learn. So.
Okay, yeah. So, well, this week is destinations, summer destinations. So,
Mhm.
of course, I have to talk about the island that I live on,
Oh,
Galliano Island,
oh,
and
it's amazing.
the background. This is the background,
Mhm.
and this is the ocean right there behind. It's
Mm,
an amazing, beautiful place, and yeah, we're called the hidden gem of the Salish Sea, and
mm.
it's incredible. When I moved here 20 years ago, almost, I started going back and forth part time. I could go on a ferry during the week, and sometimes I'd be the only person. And
Oh.
now we've grown so much that
Mm,
every single day is almost a full ferry. It's
mm,
incredible how much we've grown. And there's a
mm,
beauty to it. And there's like, oh, I kind of miss our quiet little island a little bit. But it's a beautiful place. And that's why people are flocking here. They just love it so much. And so for the summertime, especially, this is a really beautiful place. And not just because I live here, but because it
mhm,
is a beautiful place. And I thought I'd share a little bit of history about it too. Galliano. It
mm.
was named after a Spanish naval officer and explorer. His name was Dionisio Alcala Galliano, and he explored these waters in 1792, which is
Mm.
amazing, um,
Wow.
as they were charting the Pacific Northwest. And it wasn't named Galliano until many years later, when the British colonies, they decided in honor of him, they would name it after him. So that's a pretty
Wow.
cool detail. And another
Yeah.
detail people don't know, and I didn't know, is that the Hawaiian royals used to spend time in these Gulf Islands, and there's still descendants on two of the islands here, which is really, really amazing. And because I do traditional Hawaiian work, I studied in
Mhm.
Hawaii, so that makes it even more
Mm.
amazing. All this happened before I even knew I was going to be studying Hawaii. So I'm in an area where the Hawaiians once lived as well, which is really cool.
Wow.
Yeah. And
Awesome.
so yeah. And do you have any island where you're in Idaho, right? So there's no islands
Yeah.
around there. Yeah.
No,
No,
no.
island life is
We're
like, hang loose. Great.
yeah,
Really
we're
easy.
island deficient. I mean, I suppose in some of the lakes potential, but I can't even think of which lake might have an island in it. But yeah, not.
Well, islands
Yeah.
have their own rhythm, right? They just have their own rhythm.
Mhm.
There's just like a different pace of life. And what's beautiful about Galliano is we don't even have a bank. There's no
Mm.
bank because there's not enough population. We're under usually just under 1,000 or above 1,000 people. So we
I do look confused. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it's I got balls that I'm juggling, and so I'm watching all of the things and paying attention um
You're leading
to
today.
yeah
So that's a
to
different,
what's going
golf.
yeah to what's
Yeah,
going on with the show. So
totally. Yeah.
so yeah, and
Yeah.
I'm sometimes I am confused, but anyway,
That's okay.
yeah,
That's normal. It's good to be confused. Confusion is a sign that something new is forming itself. So that's good.
yeah,
We're
yeah,
growing, developing. So confusion is actually a good thing. So that's awesome.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
all
and
right.
I don't have a problem with it. It's not a
Yeah.
problem for me.
No,
So
definitely
yeah.
not. Yeah, so the island has a rhythm of just, slowing you down. Our guests at our retreat center, which is the center picture here, that's our retreat center at night from the
Mm-hmm.
water view.
Mm,
And people, they come here and just after 1 hour, we're talking about driving, the gears go down into complete neutral, right? And people just
mm,
love being here for that reason.
mm-hmm.
And we're right on the water, and so we have a creek running through the property too. So you got both sounds, which is really beautiful. And we have actually a Mediterranean-like microclimate here. So people always think Canada's cold, but we're actually the most temperate zone of all Canada. Yeah. And
That's
so
awesome.
so if you love
It,
being outdoors, Galliano is a great place. And if you like to hike, we have many
mm,
great hikes, especially Mount
mhm,
Galliano. There's beautiful cliffs, the Bodega Ridge, the Bluff Parks, and you'll see
mm,
eagles and peace eagles, which are turkey vultures overhead. Beautiful views, stunning views.
mm.
And you can kayak through the waters, and they also do phosphorescent kayaks here. So at certain time of year, from end of July until the first week of September, you go kayaking at night, and when you row your oars, it's like Walt Disney. It's like all the lights just start lighting up, the bioluminescence. It's incredible. And so what my husband and I do for our guests sometimes is we'll jump in the water, and then we'll look like mermaids, like, because the lights just hug our body. It's like they take the shape of our body. It's amazing. It's such a
Wow.
miracle to experience. Yeah, and that's only in those months. Otherwise, they're migrating, right? They're microplankton, right, that do that.
Wow.
And we got lots of orcas, humpback whales, seals, sea lions. I have sea lions that go back and forth all day long. Otters, lots of
Oh,
migratory ducks. We've got a muskrat that lives on our beach too. Every day he's like scurrying around. So you really get to have a
mm,
connection to nature here. And one of the other amazing benefits is that because we're such a beautiful island, many chefs have decided to come to the island to have an easier life and open up their own restaurants. So
oh,
it's a foodie place. If you're a foodie, you can be here for a whole
mhm,
week and every day have a new meal at a new place. It's
wow.
phenomenal. It's phenomenal, the food that we have here. And then we've got like 2 grocery stores. That's it. And we got a golf course for people who like golfing as well. Apparently,
Mm,
it's a really good golf course. I've never actually been in all my years here. But
mm,
yeah, and the wildlife and the beautiful thing about Galliano is there's no cougars and there's no bears. So it's one of the few
mm,
islands in the Gulf Islands that doesn't have cougars and bears. So you can always feel safe wherever you're going and walking. You can go for a walk for hours in the woods, and you're only going to see deers, maybe raccoons at some part of the day, later part of the day.
uh,
Lots of owls. Yeah, and then
no,
our
no badgers.
no bad. Oh, we do have beavers because I spoke about the beaver
Oh, okay.
last week, where a beaver, when it came of age a few years ago, they travel downstream, and it traveled downstream to our maple tree and ate our beautiful Japanese red maple that was hanging over the creek. It was devastating. Great for its rite of passage, but oh, we miss it so much. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, and that tree had been here for like 30 years. So
oh,
yeah, and so it was one of the pictures. It was so beautiful.
oh,
And so my husband and I, we walked up the creek looking for. We found little branches here and there and things like that. So, and then I read about it, and apparently the maple tree is its favorite snack. It's like for us, like a chocolate cheesecake kind of a deal. They love so that like the whole tree was gone, all the skin was gone. There was just like this tiny little stub left, and we're like, what? So yeah, we
mm,
got beavers. We got lots of beavers. And we even
mm,
have a little lake too, and the lake is what feeds our creek, which is really
oh,
beautiful. Yeah.
mm, wow.
Yeah. And so, anybody wants to explore Canada, a temperate zone, it's not cold. We're not in igloos. Like a lot of people think still Canada is cold, cold. And no, we are even in the winter. We didn't have snow this year at all.
Oh,
So
wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so we don't get a lot of snow, and if we do, it might last a week or two, and that's usually the month of February or March.
Mm.
And it's just a beautiful place. And I think I'm just going to look here. There's a picture of a sand caves. No, Ron didn't put that there. One beautiful experience. We have these sand caves where the water has shaped these caves out of the cliffs. And
Oh.
there was a picture that I sent yesterday for Ron. I don't know if you can pop it up on the other corner, but I had a beautiful experience when I first moved here. And across from me here is Salt Spring Island. And one of the caves that's further down island across from Salt Spring Island, I play the flute, as you guys know.
Mhm.
I started playing my flute one day, and then another flute answered me back from across the shore. Yeah,
That's awesome.
that was so
Wow.
cool. And then I played back, and then they played back, and we did that for like a half hour. I have no idea who that person was, but it was such a magical moment. So so those are the kind of things. Oh, is Ron putting the picture up? Yeah, that's it. So I imagine that's not me, but I would be sitting there and I was playing my flute, and then
Wow.
the sound was carried over the water from the other side, and we were just communicating back and forth through the flute. It was just magical. So when you come to Galiano Island, you really get out of the grind. You really get out of any tension that you're holding. Your shoulders will just drop like 10 feet as soon as you
Mm.
get to the ferry.
Mm.
And that's what happened to me when I first came here. I moved here from Germany, and a friend brought me here on a bicycle camping trip. And I stepped off the ferry and I took a deep breath and went, oh my God, I want to live here one day.
Mm.
And I just knew it in all my body. I was like, I want to live here. I'm gonna live here one day. And then a few years later, serendipity started happening.
Mm.
I phoned somebody who was a massage therapist on the island to ask, is it possible? Because it's a small island. And that
Yeah.
time my main profession was massage. And so he says, oh no, it's not much going on here. He says, but I'm tired of the island. He says, how about we do a house swap? So then we did a house swap. He wanted the city, so he lived in my place in the city, and I lived in his place for like a half a year. We did this back and forth. That was my first footprint on Galiano. And
Wow.
then, yeah. And then a year after that, I was on a ferry I wasn't supposed to be on, and I happened to meet
Oh.
the manager of the spa, and she'd overheard a conversation I was having, and it inspired her. And she greeted me, she approached me, and then when
Mm.
she found out I did massage, she hired me on the spot, and then I started coming every weekend. So for me, Galiano is like an island of magic and possibilities. It's quite a
Wow.
beautiful place, and I've been here ever since. I did back and forth for the first 2 years, and then been here since, I guess, it's 18 years full time, I guess. And my first place was a little cabin in the woods with an outhouse. I had no bathroom, just an outhouse, a small little wall heater like that for my showers. The water smelled like rotten eggs, but it was beautiful. It was in the forest and it was just stunning. So if you
Wow.
like nature, then Galiano Island is a great destination to come to.
Mm.
And people are, they're very welcoming. Lots of artists as well, a lot of painters, writers. I'm a painter and writer as well here on the island.
Mm.
And so it's got a bit of everything, It's
Mm.
got a bit of everything that you can ever want to do on a holiday. Yeah.
Wow.
So that's my
Super amazing.
my
Yeah.
little bit of Galliano.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Super, super cool. Definitely love to come visit there.
Yeah. I was saying we got to do a going on daily here.
Yeah.
Maybe we can do a segment from here. Everybody's here.
Yeah. Yeah. We're all, yeah.
Really
Yeah.
fun.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. Good
Yeah.
stuff.
Thanks.
So also what is good is following us on social media.
Oh yes, please. Please do that. Here we go.
Yeah. Okay.
Watch us live at YouTube, Rumble, and Twitch at Rhode Island Broadcasting, X and Twitter at Broadcasting RI, Facebook at Going On Daily Morning Show. Listen to us on all of our audio platforms such as Spotify, Red Circle, TuneIn, iHeartRadio, and Amazon Music at RI Broadcasting. You can also follow us on all of our socials at MeWe, TikTok, LinkedIn, Blue Sky, Gab, Parler, and Space Hey at RI Broadcasting, and Reddit at RI-Broadcasting. And support the show on Rhode-IslandBroadcasting.net. We thank you for listening, following, and watching.
So awesome. I love the videos now. Yeah,
Yeah, it's awesome.
very good. Yeah. So Hall of Fame. Oh my gosh. Sanford and Son, Good
Oh,
Times,
I
The
haven't voted.
Jeffersons, Different Strokes. Oh, you can vote now. And What's Happening.
Mhm.
And I'm kind of out of the loop. I'm feeling out of the loop in a different way. This is kind of pre-TV, what I have watched on TV. So
Oh,
good, good
okay.
Times at 56% right now.
Yeah, I
So
grew up on all of those shows. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
so this is a different, normally it's all the new stuff, and I'm like, I have no idea.
Mhm.
But yeah, vote for the Hall of Fame. You can go to the website, obviously, Rhode Island Broadcasting.net, and also the QR code on the screen. So if you're watching, vote, make your voice heard. Yeah, super, super exciting to see who is going to win this one. And I'm going to have to probably, I guess, go and look at some of the other, because I don't know who I would vote for at this point.
Mhm. I have a feeling Good Times might do
Yeah,
it.
well, 56% already. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's
Awesome.
definitely a possibility. So yeah, go vote, and let your voice. Oh, now 55. Oh, so somebody voted for, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
for something else apparently. So it's happening
Yeah.
live, real time.
Next time.
Yeah,
Awesome. Awesome.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Beautiful.
anyway, yeah.
And you're talking about Pocatello ID? Nobody told
Pocatello.
me who that is. I'm
Yep.
curious as
Pocket
well.
Pocatella. Yeah. There. It's always interesting talking to somebody online, or over the phone or whatever, and they're like, "How do you say Paca?
Poc
Yeah, Pocatello.
Pocatello. Okay, Pocatello.
Pocatello, Idaho. Yeah, yeah. And I
Idaho ID. Idaho. Gotcha.
Yep, yep, Idaho. Yeah, and I hate and I love to talk about this because I love Pocatello. It is so amazing, and we're kind of one of those unknown places, which I love
Yeah,
selfishly,
of
and
course.
and also would love to have a little bit more coming in for our economy and everything as well.
Yeah.
Um, but we have the Portneuf River that runs right through town, and so you can go kayak or canoe, or stand up paddleboard, any of those things.
Oh,
Unfortunately, drawback, you can't go through the channel, which is in town,
oh,
except for very particular times. Um,
okay.
uh, this or that segment. Pocatello or Pocatello or Pocahontas. Yeah.
Yeah, I had Pocahontas
Yeah.
in my head too when you said that too.
Yeah, yeah. So I know it's Pocatello, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, have that. We have so many. I don't even know how many. I'm going to say hundreds of miles of trails, and there's so many. They run. There's an ultra marathon race, the Scout Mountain Ultra, Ultra Smut, right? Ultra, yeah. Anyway, it's called the Smut Race, and
Yeah.
it is 100. They have 100 mile. They have other segments that you can do, but the 100 mile, I think you only cross the road twice to do 100 miles on trails,
Oh,
and there's many other trails. I'm sure they could probably do 100 miles without crossing the road. Yeah,
oh,
but that interconnects to hundreds more miles of trails. So
mm.
lots that are hiking, biking. You ride horses on
Oh,
pretty
nice,
much all of them. Um,
nice.
there's motorized and non-motorized, lots of just tons of trails, and
Beautiful.
it's kind of it's kind of interesting here, because when you drive through Pocatello, and it's one of the things that I loved about it
Mhm.
in the beginning, is we're high mountain deserts, so it kind of just doesn't look that good when
Yeah.
you drive through right through Pocatello on the freeway. But
Mm.
5 minutes away from the forest. maybe 15 minutes, kind of depending on where you're going.
Wow,
But yeah, it's
amazing.
really, really amazing. And then we are a couple of hours away from Jackson, from Jackson Hole, Wyoming. So people know that area
Yeah,
from Yellowstone. You can
okay.
get to Yellowstone in a couple of
Oh,
hours.
cool,
Uh,
cool.
about 2 hours away from Salt Lake City.
Vancouver, around those
Yeah,
areas, right?
we are.
Beautiful.
Yeah, we're right in the midst.
Wow,
So Boise, Idaho is 3 hours away, and
beautiful.
and then Twin Falls is just an hour and a half, 2 hours, and there's more falls over there. Idaho Falls is north an hour, and there's falls up there and the river and lots of hot springs all over, natural hot springs all over
Oh, I love
Idaho.
hot springs. Yeah,
Yeah,
love it.
yeah. So Lava Hot Springs is close, and it's a little town that they have multiple different hot springs, different a hotel and a little other shop, that you can go in and sit in the hot springs, private pools and stuff. It's
Beautiful.
lots of
Wow,
lots of yeah, lots of amazing things around here. So if you love nature,
it's a
it's a
beautiful
huge,
spot to be.
yeah, huge, beautiful
Beautiful.
place to be. And then also rock climbing. For anybody that wants rock climbing, we have some amazing walls that are right here in town. So
Cool.
literally 5 minutes away in
Wow.
town, and you can go, and they do regular climbing events in town. So you can go over there and go climb those, and I'm sure many other things that I'm not thinking about, directly right now.
Yeah.
But lots of hunting and fishing. If you like fishing, hunting, any of those things, that's a regular thing. The ski
Yeah.
hill is 30 minutes away, which I know is not a summer thing, but you can also go to any of the other ski areas that are within a couple of hours, that you can go and ride the lifts in the summer and go
Really?
mountain bike.
With
Yeah,
snow. Wow, that's pretty
yeah,
amazing.
yeah, yeah. So
Cool.
so it's
Cool.
just it's a really cool place, and all kinds of variety, and it's right here with so many of the other areas outside of, a couple of hours away. There
Right.
are so many people that come down to ride our trails or hike our trails here
Beautiful.
in Pocatello. So
Yeah.
it's a smaller town, not as much of the, you're talking about the all of the food and everything that you have there, and we have some pretty good food, but
Mm,
we're maybe lacking a little bit in that, but
okay.
still all of those other places that have, the food and all of the other things, they come see us for the nature.
Right, right. Wow. I think it's kinda cool that I mean, we weren't supposed to be in this segment together today. I'm stepping in for Sharon, but that we both live in these smaller
Mhm.
places that we love because clearly we
Yeah,
love this. We're both, like, so enthusiastic, it's so
yes,
much beauty here, so
yeah,
I think it's kinda cool that this ended up being that we're together today. That's
yeah.
really nice to hear about Idaho.
Yeah, I've been in Pocatello for 30, I don't know, 34 years, I don't know,
Wow.
quite a few years. I've basically grown up here
Wow.
and lived up in Montana before that. So
Montana,
I
nice.
only yeah, I only remember bits and pieces of that. Montana's beautiful too, and which we're close. We're right there.
Yeah,
So
yeah, beautiful.
yeah,
Wow,
it's
nice.
really amazing. Really, really love it. And I hate to promote it, and I also love to promote it.
Yeah, yeah, totally. I hear you. Yeah,
Yeah.
well, it's
So
beautiful, and nowadays, there's, like, so many pressures and stresses in everybody, so when we go into nature, even science has proven the moment we enter nature,
mhm.
our nervous system recalibrates.
Yeah.
So both of us are really blessed to live in environments that,
Mhm.
we get to be here 24/7. I mean, I do go commute back and forth to the city, but even
Mm.
Vancouver City is still a very beautiful city. There's lots of trees and nature right on the water, so
Yeah.
really, really blessed with that. Yeah. Wow. That's great.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's quick, right across town in any direction, and you can get to the trails. So
Beautiful.
it's really amazing. Love it here, and would love to see everybody come visit.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe we should do like a going on daily tour where we all go to where
Oh,
each of us lives. That would be so
yeah,
fun.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
See everybody in person. That would be beautiful.
yeah. I would love to go see BC and Alberta and all of.
You're welcome. Open invitation anytime for everybody here on the show. Yeah.
Love it, love
Yeah.
it. Yeah,
Absolutely.
super exciting. What's also super exciting is we have sponsors, which are amazing, and so we get to hear about them now.
Looking for a fitness app that actually fits in your life, not the other way around? The Mace Fitness app is your personal fitness coach in your pocket. That's MASE. Mace Fitness app makes fitness simple and affordable. The build your own workout option allows you to choose the exercises, the focus area, and the pace that works best for you. This app feature is only $9 a month. You'll get over 630 guided exercise videos, build your own workout tools, strength, mobility, balance, and flexibility training, easy to follow instructions, fitness anytime, anywhere. Mace Fitness, just $9 a month.
Sometimes you can feel lost in the forest of your mind, caught up in mistakes you can't change, looking ahead, uncertain what comes next, questioning if things will ever get easier, and if you've missed your chance. But the fact is that every moment is a new chance to change and choose a new direction. The fastest way to stop the pain and gain the new insight needed is through guidance from someone who has walked the path before you that can teach you to find your own answers from within. If any of this sounds familiar and you're looking for a way through from where you are to where you long to be, then let's connect. Check out soulspectivesinstitute.com today and book your discovery call, and we can see where we can go from there.
Hey.
Amazing. Love it.
Thank you. I've recently done some AI training, and that was my very first AI video that I made.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I used a variety. I used Kling for the video. I used ChatGPT for the slides, Canva to bring it together, and then another one for sound. So it was my first. I've just been doing this full-on AI training recently, and it's just blowing my mind. Everything I'm excited. I was watching, I'm like, oh my god, I did that! Yeah.
Amazing. So it's never too late.
It's never too late, and so that's going to be a good segue from the app, right?
Yeah.
And so this is going to be fun because I don't know if you know this. I only got my driver's license when I was 50.
Oh, I did not know that.
5 years ago. That was my birthday present for myself, to get my driver's license.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. And, most people, I never thought of it. People saying, oh my God, how did you get it? And that's late in life to learn and everything like that. But all of my life, I was a cyclist and I was on a scooter, but there's a story behind why, because you're talking about the brakes, right? So I love driving now. I kind of wish I could have driven earlier, but now it's fine. I also want to be a race car driver. I think I was a race car driver in a past life. I love speed. It's not good, but I really love the feeling of speed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. My husband and my father, when he was like, man, you drive fast. I'm like, no, I'm going within the limit, but for them it's fast. But I love being in the driver's seat. So a metaphor for this is be in the driver's seat of your life, right? And so when we took over the retreat center, it was on my husband to have to go back and forth with the groceries and everything because he was the only driver, and we're an island. And so it kind of put the pressure on me to have to finally get it as well. But I was terrified. And the reason I was terrified is because when I was 17 years old, a guy that I was dating, he had a brand new Mercedes, and he was driving me home after our dinner. And the street behind where I lived is just like this really long, it was called Sandy Beach Road in Pickering, Ontario. This long, straight street. And as we turned into the corner, he says, hey, you don't know how to drive yet. Why don't you sit in the driver's seat? I'm like, no. I don't know how to drive. I have no idea. I've never even sat in the driver's seat before. Oh, no. Just go straight. Just keep going straight. I'm like, no. And he's like, he really insisted. And I'm like, all right. He wasn't going anywhere unless I got in the driver's seat. So I got in the driver's seat. And Yeah, your eyes are saying. So I drove straight very well. I was like, but I was very cautious. And then all of a sudden, loudly, he said, okay, turn left. And I had no idea how much you have to turn left and everything like that. And then I'm trying to turn it and it's not turning. I panic. I step on the gas and I smash his new Mercedes.
Oh no. Yeah.
And I mean, I told him not to, right? I told him not to. We didn't go on another date after that. I don't think we ever talked again after that. But so that haunted me, right? That
Oh, yeah.
haunted my nervous system.
Yeah.
So I had moved to Germany when I was 18, and I came back when I was 19 for like 4 or 5 months in between seasons. So I decided to do a driver's training course. And then I got my first test, and I thought I did pretty good, but I got the guy that doesn't pass anybody for the first time, right? So I got
Oh.
that guy, right? And so then I got one more slot that I could try to get my license the day before going back to Switzerland. Because I'd moved to Switzerland at that time.
Oh.
And I was so nervous, I made a million and one mistakes. So I I let it go. And in Germany, to get your license, it's a minimum of $3,500 that you have to invest in training. You are not allowed to get a license unless you've done the training. And then you have to pay exorbitant amount to get your license as well. Right. So I just thought, okay, I'm not going to do anything. Right. So I'll just bicycle. I love being a cyclist. And then when I moved here, I had my electric scooter and that was fine. Right. But it's interesting to see how, as an example, how, life isn't just shaped by what happens to us. It's actually what happens to us is actually, a small drop in the pond. It's actually the meaning we give to what happens.
Yep.
And for years, because of that one experience, I shut down myself. I didn't have confidence. I believed that driving isn't for me. I can't do this. It's too scary, and without realizing it, it was allowing, I was allowing that one experience to define my future. Right. And I remember I always needed rides from people. I was always dependent on people. Right. So, and again, I loved my bicycles, but it was like, wow, and then as we moved here and we needed to have a place, I needed to be able to do the groceries and that. So then I finally did a test, right? I did a solid hours, like a whole week. I got training with this guy. and then I did my test. And the funny thing is though, is that I had a really bad allergy time at that time. And so I was on Benadryl. So Benadryl makes you drowsy, but I didn't know it. I just thought allergy pills. I just took them. I thought it was something, maybe I was sick or something like that, but it was the Benadryl. So I actually make this joke that I kind of got my license high on Benadryl. And I got it the first round. I got it the first round, which was really cool. But it was such a fun adventure, And then what I realized too when I got my license is, sometimes our things go even deeper. They're generational. I'm the first woman to get a license in my family.
Oh, wow.
My mother never got a license. Her mother never got a license. My dad's mother never got a license. And my sister never got a license.
Wow.
And so somewhere there might have been like this holding pattern there as well, right? Because I didn't see any women driving as well. And so it's interesting to see, to look at our lives and say, what do I want to do, but I'm not doing, and why am I not doing it? What's holding me back? Right. And to feel like, because we so quickly say, I've lost my chance. It's too late. I can't do anything anymore, and if I would have done that, I wouldn't be driving now and having so much fun and have so much freedom that I love having. Right.
Yeah. Well, it's a wild thing to have us talking about this too, because I drove as much as I possibly could.
Right.
Starting, probably 12-ish, somewhere around in there. I'm like, please take me driving.
Wow, that's the freedom. So, yeah, that's a contrast, hey? Yeah. And again, it's like showing how, old stories that drive us, right?
Oh yeah.
The old wounds, the old limiting beliefs, the experiences that happened decades ago or even before I was born that are in the collective field of my family constellation, right? All of these things have an impact, right? But it's never too late, because even if you look at nature, what does nature do when there's anything destruction? It finds a way, right? It just recreates. So we're also nature. So we have the capacity, but it's about overcoming the fears, right? And not letting the fears and the doubts have the driving wheel. We got to take the driving wheel in our life and say, yeah, I'm afraid, but I'm going anyway. Yes, it's a risk, but I'm going to give it a go anyway, because I feel that pull. And so that's why I thought it's never too late for this title, because it's a good example. Right? At 50, I got my license at 50.
Yeah.
Like, holy cow, right?
Yeah.
And anybody can do that, right? And so, when I think back on my 17-year-old self, and it's like, yeah, it's not that I wasn't capable. I didn't have the tools. I didn't have training. I didn't have the guidance. And it's kind of like that in life. We need guidance sometimes for people who know how to drive, right? We need to be taught and things like that. And so you and I both do this as our life calling, right? Helping to give people the guidance that's helped us along the way so that they can find their way. And so just that planting that seed of thought, right? That wherever there's a possibility in anybody who's listening to this, I invite you to explore it a little bit deeper. Right. And see where, what is the story behind that impossibility? Because truly we are living in a magical universe. Anything is possible.
Yeah. And a magical time too.
And a magical time. And when we hear those, manifestation techniques, so what you focus on, you become, it's not a magic trick. It's actually a universal immutable law that's at work. And when we learn to stay consistent with understanding that law and taking actions along, like I reap what I sow. What am I planting every day? What are the thoughts I'm planting in myself every day? I have 60,000 thoughts a day. Where are they going? Are they all going into the basket? Oh, life's going to hell in a handbasket? Or is it saying, well, even in hell, there's possibilities. Let's find a way, right? So it's different, right? So we're always in this intersection of what am I choosing? And that's really where the magic is. But it's practical. It's a day by day, moment by moment experience. And then the more that we, train ourselves that way, then the wonder of life becomes even more apparent. And then that becomes the current that we flow on. Right. And so never give up is one of my most recent slogans that I just keep finding myself saying everywhere. Never give up. Don't quit. There's always a way. Find a way, and go for it. Whatever the dream is, whatever maybe there's an old friend you haven't had a conversation with because, there was an argument, right? Reach out anyway if you're feeling the call. I had an experience like that when I went back to Switzerland after many years. There was this friend of mine that we had lost touch, and it was kind of like I was supposed to do a workshop for her at her place, but then I kind of flaked and I disappeared, and then she never called me again. So I had this story that she hated me and everything, and then I went back to Switzerland, and I was passing through the town. I thought, well, I'll give her a call. I went, Elvira, Luana, oh my God, it's happy to hear from you. I lost your phone number. And look at my story. My story was I flaked on her. She hates me. It had nothing to do with it. It's like even relationships. There's communication is possible, right? Everything. And so, that's what I wanted to share today, just to give that inspiration. It's not about what if I fail, but I fail if I don't do anything. So let's just try. Like Yoda said, fail you must in order to learn, right? So and to be friends with the messy bits of the in-between when we step out of what we know and we go into that uncharted territory to get to where we want to be, right? So that's an important place. And I wanted to share a few people that we know that started late in life. Morgan Freeman, right? He acted for many years, but his breakthrough didn't come until he was 50. It's Street Smart. Driving Miss Daisy. I love that movie, right? Shawshank Redemption. Love that movie too. Julia Child. She didn't cook until she was 40. Right? And look at the influence she became. Susan Boyle, that singer on America's Got Talent. Right? When people came on the stage, people like, who's this, woman, right? They didn't see anything. And she sang, and she was like this incredible woman. She's 47 years old. Her talent was uncovered. right? J.K. Rowling, she was in her 30s. You know, she was on welfare, and then all of a sudden she wrote Harry Potter. She tried many places. Nobody accepted her. And then one yes changed everything. So life is meeting us where we are. And when we move, like life meets us. And then I just invite, seek out your possibilities, everybody. There's so many of them. And we're here to live and come fully alive. And yeah, that's my wish for every human being, to come fully alive in the beauty and the majesty of this life, even within the struggles, because the struggles create that friction that makes something new need to be created, right? So embracing the paradox, embracing the struggles. And and you can even get your license stoned on Benadryl. Look at that. If I could do that.
Yeah. Well, and maybe makes you relax a little bit more.
Yeah. So that's my little spiel for the day.
I love it. I love it. So good. So amazing. Glad you have your license too.
Me too. It's so fun. I love it.
What a neat thing. So so now we get to hear about Uganda and all of those things.
Beautiful project.
Here at Rhode Island Broadcasting and Going On Daily, we're proud to announce that we are collecting donations for our Uganda Fund. My name is Becky, and I've been one of the hosts here at Going On Daily since day one. And earlier this year, I was blessed with the opportunity to travel to Uganda, and it was honestly one of the most life-changing experiences. I met people who completely changed the way I see the world. I met families who had endured unimaginable tragedies, including these two families who lost young children to a witch doctor. I met children who hadn't eaten in days. We even saw 11 children share a single apple because it's all we had left to give them. I met children who fled war in neighboring countries only to find themselves homeless and living on the streets. I saw heartbreak, poverty, and desperation. But what I also saw was joy, the happiness that a single piece of candy, a bracelet, or a small act of kindness could bring was enough to bring tears to my eyes. These are people who have so little, and yet they have more gratitude and joy than many of us could even imagine. We know that there are people who need help in our own communities, and we continue to support local initiatives whenever we can. But this year, our hearts are with Uganda. In partnership with Love Made a Way, 100% of every donation will go directly to initiatives in Uganda. No hidden fees, no deductions. Every dollar goes to help providing food, clean water, education, medical care, safe buildings, sanitation improvements, schools, vocational training, and hope. $1 is worth roughly 3,700 Ugandan shillings, so even a small donation can make a meaningful impact. Maybe it's giving up your Starbucks or your Timmy's today. Whatever you feel led to give, please know that it will help change lives. Thank you for your support, your generosity, and for helping us bring hope to the people of Uganda. Visit www.rhodeislandbroadcasting.net/Uganda-donations to help out.
Beautiful.
It's awesome. Really great cause.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yes. And I love that everything is 100% going straight to the people.
Yeah.
That's so important for me. Yeah.
It's a really, really big deal.
Yes.
It's definitely a lot of money that gets lost in the mix of so many things.
And in the conversion, $1 being that much, that's incredible. Somehow I saw the video before, but each time I'm catching different details. That's really not a lot. Giving up our Timmy's or our Starbucks.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Beautiful.
Super exciting. And what also is exciting is releasing the breaks.
Yeah, I'm excited to hear this. Yeah.
So one of the things that I think about is, and so much with the manifestation and all of those things, is with everyone wants to talk about how you change your thoughts and then you change your life. And I think so much of that is trying to overcome. We're trying to overcome our thoughts rather than looking at what are the thoughts that we're actually having that are the ones that are holding us back.
Yes, exactly.
Because it's so much easier, even though it's not easy. I'm not going to pretend it's easy. It's fairly simple, but it's not easy to release the brakes on all of those things that are holding us back rather than try to force and overcome.
Mhm.
I talk so much about allowing, because so
Mhm.
much of this is an allowing game.
Mhm. Very much
So
so.
so yeah, and I think when we pay attention to, because if we want to make more money, if we want to get a better job or a new relationship, any of those things, and
Yes.
and so we can really focus on I this is what I need,
Mhm.
but also then it kind of programs us without knowing necessarily
Mhm.
into this energy, this thought process of, I don't have this and I'm in the need.
Yes.
And
Yes.
and so that's not helpful in actually bringing those things into our lives.
No, not at all.
And a lot of time it's the deeper underlying feeling of, I don't have enough in my life, or I don't have the things that I want,
Mhm.
which are a lot of the breaks that we have in our
Mhm.
life.
Yes.
And it holds us back from so many things, and they're
Starting.
usually,
Yeah.
yeah, and they're usually just beyond our conscious awareness of thought.
Yes.
And so when we uncover those, and it's hard for us to do that on our own. it's,
Mhm.
it's one
It
of the major benefits of having somebody else that you can talk with, support you in all of that.
and that can mirror you, can see the things that you can't see, right? So
Yeah,
yeah. Yeah.
we're all inside our own jar.
Yeah.
So for
Yes.
all of us coaches and therapists and all of the other people doing all of the work,
Yeah.
we're inside our own jar. So half the time they're just regular people that could see into our jar of our
Mhm.
life and say, hey, by the way, do you know that you're you're doing this,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
you're sabotaging yourself, which
Yeah.
is which is not really actually what's happening.
Mhm.
We talk about self-sabotage, and that's not actually what's happening.
No.
It's just the underlying subconscious thoughts that,
Just a little bit of interference, right?
yeah.
Like a radio station that's sort of interrupting us being able to tap into our own
Hmm.
alignment and our own authentic self, right? That's why the work is, let's
Yeah.
clear the noise so that
Yeah.
we can actually come home and listen to ourselves. What's really the motivation and movement that I'm being called for versus, well, life tells me I got to do this, 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 and
Mhm.
then we feel like a failure because we can't do this. I've been there so much, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I've my own life, and the life I live now, it's magic how it happened. It didn't
Mhm.
happen by the books.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
happened by just being engaged in my own process of learning, of knowing myself, like with you too, right? That's what it
Mhm.
is.
Yeah.
How relationship with ourself and life. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think it's so much easier once we realize, because instead of, if we think about the car or truck analogy, we don't ever think that what we need to do is put a bigger motor in and more power and all of those things,
So
rather than release the emergency brake.
yeah, yeah,
So
totally.
actually,
Counterintuitive, right?
yeah. Yeah.
Beautiful, Kyle.
And
Awesome.
all of those things are good. I mean, okay, if you want the bigger motor, more power, all of those things,
Yeah,
it's wonderful. But if we don't release the brakes,
yeah,
then we're literally holding ourselves back. And
yeah,
I
totally.
think it's a combination of looking at the things that you want to have in your life,
Yeah.
and then also, because all of the things that come up that are the breaks in our life, all of the thoughts that we have of, i'm not I'm not deserving of this, or I'm not worthy of this, or I'm never going to find this amazing person to
Yeah,
have a relationship, or an amazing job, or career, or business.
yeah.
All of those things come up so that we can realize, so that it brings into our awareness what
Mhm.
the breaks are in our lives. They don't come up
Exactly.
to
Keep us
sabotage
there.
us.
No, they're informing us. It's feedback to say,
Yeah.
"Hey, there's something here. If this is my goal and I feel like this is my dream, then there's always gonna be a way, but we have to
Mhm.
forge that way too." And
Yeah.
then, like you're saying, meet those parts of us, but it's never not possible.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's it's
So,
it's a beautiful, beautiful understanding. I love that. Release the brakes. That's a
yeah.
really beautiful one.
Yeah.
And when we have trauma, what we tend to do is we have one foot on the brakes, one on the gas. So we're doing the brakes and the gas at the same time, and that's the place where we get stuck, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're cognitively, frozen like a computer with too many screens open,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then that's when we need the support or to seek the understanding to help us to like close some of those windows that are broadcasting, taking my bandwidth that are not useful. They're not useful. They're not helping me get done what I want to get done. And beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah. And one of the important parts of this is when we realize what the breaks are, then not beating ourselves up about it.
Exactly. Love and kindness for self.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
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 Car can't move like that. No, gas and brakes at the same time can't move.
Yep.
I lived like that for a long time. I had that, so I know it very well.
Mm-hmm.
When you've got a traumatized nervous system, that's what you do, and you don't even know it. And you're like, why is nothing working? Why can I make it work? Well, it's because we're not congruent and whole in ourselves enough. It's not about becoming absolutely whole and I'm done. It's like being whole enough so that then we're taking the driver's wheel. We're choosing when the brakes go on and when they go off, rather than being driven by the unconscious patterns that just keep us in that loop and that circle. Right?
Yeah. Super amazing.
Yeah.
So what also is amazing is everyone can find you. Where can they find you?
So I have my link tree right here. So Linktree, Luana Victoria. So on that, I just recently created it, and it's so cool because I have so many things that I've done and I create and I'm, very active. And so everything's in one spot. So my books are there. My sound healing albums are there. I've got a little mini course called the Soul Renewal Bundle that's there for anybody who's looking for a little pick me up and a little bit of guidance, where I share some of my signature teachings in there. There's a free book that I recently released called Come Alive. And that's my legacy piece. It's free for life because there's just all the key essential pieces of what has helped me come through life. I put in there in the story, and it's really fun. It's a very beautiful book. So that's for free. It's on the link tree. And then I have my retreat center here, Serenity by the Sea, and that link is there too. And then Soul Spectives Institute for the online work that I do with people. Yeah. So
love it.
Stuff.
Love it.
There.
And you can find me at KyleMillerCoaching.com and also at Kyle Miller Coaching on all the socials. I'm everywhere, all the different places. Love to, all the content that I put out and working on getting all of the podcasts kind of, all put together so that, because I've been on a bunch of podcasts. So having all of that work all in one place is one of the things.
The Linktree makes it so easy to get everything together. Yeah. Beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely. So happy to talk with everybody. Come say hi to both of us, either one of us, follow us, all the things. So tomorrow, Thursday, 10 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Mountain Time on the show tomorrow, Mikey D and JJ. So
awesome. That'll be fun.
Yeah, be a super awesome show, and hope everybody joins that one. Thank you for everyone joining today, and then thank you to WDJY for us being on the air and all. It's super amazing.
It's so awesome how everything's just like all of a sudden moving, expanding, and it's beautiful. And thank you for all the support from all our viewers too. That's making this a part of why this is happening. So thank you, everybody.
Thank you,
Danny. Lilac, everybody that's here today. Becky's here, Sharon's here.
Lots of people.
Amazing people are here today. So thank you so much, everybody. You make this possible. And you're part of us realizing our dreams.
Yeah.
And that's how it works. It's an ecosystem, right?
Yeah.
We're all here to help each other. Like in Hawaii, the word ohana, no one gets left behind. So we're here. That means family. No one gets left behind. And that's how I witness our crew. Our crew is so amazing.
Yeah.
That humanness is what's going to bring us through to amazing new places. I know it. I just know it. Yeah.
Love it. Love it. Yeah. And thank you to Maze Fitness and Soul Spectives Institute for sponsoring and supporting the show and helping us to get out there to all of the places and really, really amazing. having all of the group of people and everyone showing up. Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
such a great
So
crew.
yeah,
Thank
thank you so much for everyone for being here, and thank you, Luana. Really awesome show. Really
Thank you,
great.
Kyle.
Always
Really.
great to have a conversation. So
Yeah, yeah. We always have this. We never know what the other's really talking about, but we find our groove every time, and I think that's magic. That's really beautiful. And then our topics always seem to work with each other as well.
Yeah.
Although today I knew you were doing something with the break, so I knew it had some kind of metaphor. So that it's the only time I've done. Oh, because I couldn't figure out what's my other topic. Like, oh, let me see what Kyle is doing. I went, oh, I got a story. Perfect.
Oh, I love it. I love
Yeah.
it. Yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for everyone being here, and we will see you next time.
All right. Bless your days. Bye. Thank you.